Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Running, running, no. Keep running.
What is up, anime friends? Again, chapter 1048 was good, but at the same time, I'm feeling mixed signals with it. So let's start off in the beginning of the chapter. I've been said it from the title of it 20 years ago. I knew it was gonna be a flashback chapter. I don't really like flashback chapter because we had to climb at the chapters. Like, what is going on? We need to fight. We need to really get this over with, because at the same time we're waiting and anticipating this fight, and then this big punch, and then Kaido clashes with Luffy, and like what? And at the same time, I hope this is not, you know, Kaido's last resort attack, bro. Like, flame, dragon, torch, like, bro, his body's full of magma. I understand that it's hot, but at the same time, Luffy got a countermeasure to this. Luffy can use haki when you don't have to touch you at all to hit you and maximize his strength. I am praying to the manga gods, the manga con gods, that this is not Kaido's last attack. Like, come on, man. Yes, I see how hot it is. Yes, it's probably the same level as Akainu, but Akainu specializes in this department. Us as One Piece fans know that Akainu specializes in the magma department. His devil fruit is the magma fruit. Like, we know how hot it is. We all know this, but this doesn't make any sense if Luffy can counteract this because of his newfound haki. I will understand why you're having mixed signals with his attack, because I am too. We're in the same boat. And maybe Kaido is using this move to make sure that Luffy lets him go. And if that's the case, maybe this attack was necessary. And plus, Luffy already got hit with a magma punch. Well, not a direct hit, but a clear hit with a magma punch already from Akainu. I'm pretty sure Luffy spent his whole life trying to counteract Akainu. If this is the final blow Luffy will deliver Kaido, then just by all means, just let Luffy be the Pirate King. And then if you ask me, during those final panels of page 7, it seems like Luffy's holding his face because of the magma around Kaido is too hot. Now, if Luffy don't retract his hand just in time, I believe Kaido will eventually bite it off. But at the very end of this chapter, the last page of this chapter, Luffy is still throwing down his fist while Kaido closes his mouth. So that is a cliffhanger, because we still don't know why Kaido closed his mouth and Luffy is still punching down. This clash between Kaido and Luffy is getting misleading from the beginning to the end of this chapter. Now, we do have to wait. Sorry to say that, but at the same time, we have to understand what is the last straw that Kaido is gonna do to take down Luffy. Luffy have to end this fight with significant damage. Something gotta be taken from Luffy. And to me, in my opinion, that will verify Luffy's strength. Now, if Luffy goes away with this battle without a scathed scratch because of his awakening, that puts him at a whole different margin level between a real Yonko and Luffy of power. There is no argument now. Like, Luffy's Sun God Nico Devil Fruit is Yonko level, awakening Yonko level. This is a Devil Fruit that actually can kill a Yonko. So we have the scene, the strength that Luffy have gained with this awakening. Like, he puts himself closer to a Yonko power level, maybe even above it. But at the same time, Oda has to make his crowd, his readers, understand what it takes to be a Yonko. What we have to understand, that you still have to respect a Yonko. We know that Luffy have to compete with these Yonkos to be a Pirate King, but at the same time, if Luffy wins this match unscathed, that will make us readers think that Yonko should not be respected at all. Now, Yonko should not be feared at all, because a young guy like the Straw Hat crew can come in and just demolish. So evidently, that will lower the standards of the Yonko, lower the fear level of the Yonko, when the Yonko is one of the powerhouses, the major power inside One Piece verse. I'm pretty sure that during this fight, what happened 20 years ago after Oden got killed, all that is inside Luffy's head, and that gives Luffy determination to beat Kaido, to once and for all cleanse Wano and open up the borders. We didn't really need that. All in all, though, that give us, the readers, more fuel on why we should hate Kaido and Orochi. And why the hell does Zoro look like this man so much? Oda already stated in the SBS that this is not Zoro's father. But at the same time, why does this man look like Zoro so much? And I hate that at the end of this series, you're gonna see why this man look like Zoro, why the resemblance is there, and I just can't wait for it. To know that Zoro families probably was from Wano is great excitement upon himself. And let's talk about Denjiro for a second, because finally Denjiro may have did the final strike on Orochi before he can finally die. And the reason I say this is because during the fire festival, you see these fire balloons lighting up and they're going into the sky. Now, one of these fire balloons, in English, it says, "I wish that Orochi would go away." And Oda usually do this to reference that maybe this might be the end of Orochi finally. Now, we see that Orochi has lost his strength. He is on his wheel train, and that wheel train is burning very, very, very brightly. And I believe that maybe this is why Oda did that. In fact, that maybe that was actually the last straw for Orochi. That is the last severing head that needed to be cut off finally to have Orochi be gone from Wano. And before we finally get the last little climactic clash between Kaido and Luffy, we see a balloon that says, "Please free us from this hell." So evidently this is coming to a close. But just in case you have not realized, it seems like Luffy is getting upper hand. It seems like Luffy, actually it seems like it's been always Luffy from these past 5 chapters now, ever since Luffy has awakened his devil fruit. Biggest question I can say at the end of this chapter is, why is Kaido mouth closed and Luffy is still throwing out his punch? Now, this is the last panel of this chapter. Now, I would say Luffy is throwing his punch down and Kaido's in shock of something else. Mind you, Luffy said this already at the beginning of this chapter, that he don't have to hit Kaido directly to damage Kaido because of what he learned, the real haki, what he learned already. So is the reason why Kaido closed his mouth is because Kaido's in shock and Aoi that, you know, Luffy can use this haki during this time and how powerful it is, and because he didn't know that beforehand and how fast it took him to learn it now? Or could it be that Kaido actually had to dodge this punch because he would evidently be knocked out if it landed on him? This is an excitement cliffhanger that I hate to be left on, because we actually have to see the beginning of this next chapter to see what's going on, but it won't be as impactful, you know, if it happened right here. If it happened exactly right here, it won't be like right now we're just stuck and trying to understand, like, why is Kaido's mouth closed and Luffy's still throwing out this punch? What is going on here? But we have to save it for the next chapter. Just stay tuned, because I'll be here next chapter so we both can understand what's going on. I might have to do a live reaction because I really want to see live, why is Kaido's mouth closed during the last page, the last panel of this chapter. Oh, this chapter was good. I would say a 7 out of 10. It was a brief summary, but the present time of this chapter, the timeline did not go anywhere. We're still at the same point. And that's it for me, anime fans. Like the video, comment down below what you think of this chapter. Leave me a like, also hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell icon to get notifications when I post new content of One Piece. Hey, listen here, man. The Breaker series has finally took off the hiatus and is back, and I'm also reviewing that. I gotta catch up because that was a long break for me, so I gotta go back and reread that. And also follow me on Twitter to get details of upcoming events, definitely of my giveaway of my PS5. That's it for me, guys. Appreciate you for watching it. I'm Schyver. I'm out.